music.
Welcome, 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 and thank you for joining me on this lovely Mardi Gras afternoon. Whether it be your first time, your last time, I want to thank you for taking this time and hanging out here with me on Timeouts and Tangents. I am your host, AP, and I just wanted to join real quick this afternoon because there's a lot of moving pieces happening today. Right now, our LSU baseball team should have been on the field, but the game got delayed, got moved back to 6 o'clock tonight for first pitch, and it's not a bad thing. Um, might be at the parade while the game is going on. Got to see how the wife is feeling, if she's up to it or not. Hell, if I'm up to it. It's been a weekend. It's been a hell of a weekend, personally, professionally, just life all around. But man, I can't tell you how high the vibes are right now in the state of Louisiana, around LSU, around New Orleans. It's Mardi Gras season. It's Lundi Gras. We had some of the biggest parades of the weekend roll. Morpheus was on Friday, Endymion on Saturday, Bacchus last night, and then you got Orpheus tonight in New Orleans, and then of course tomorrow is Mardi Gras. Wrap up the day with Zulu first thing early in the morning, and then you double back again with Rex immediately following Zulu, and then trucks. Oh man, vibes are high. So definitely, 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 definitely enjoy your king cake while you can, because after tomorrow it's over with. King cake season only comes around but once a year, so you gotta get it while you can. But when we talk about high vibes, you got to start off with this LSU baseball team and the record setting weekend that they had at the box. 49 Ks for the staff in a 3 game series. Absolutely amazing. That's domination from the mound. And that's kind of what we expected out of this pitching staff that we have. You got a bunch of frontline guys that we were expecting to be dominant, but the depth on the mound is ridiculous. And it's one of the things each of the last few seasons where we kind of looked after Friday and Saturday of who was going to be the guy, and it almost felt like a Johnny Holstaff type situation. Well, now you don't have to worry about that. I mean, I don't think we saw the same guy touch the mound twice. And we know when we got to Omaha, Riley Cooper was saving us a couple years ago, right? I don't think we're going to have to worry about that with the staff as long as everyone keeps healthy and keeps progressing in the way that they were. I know, you see William Smith's performance, and there's some things that he's got to tighten up, and there might be a little cause of concern. Somebody might overreact to it, but there's no need to. Young guy is getting used to the bright lights, and there were some throws he made that were absolute dimes. I mean, gorgeous, gorgeous throws, gorgeous pitches from the mound, just dotting and painting the corners, putting the ball in spots that only an elite pitcher can place it. And it was absolutely a thing of beauty to see. He pitched and had 9 Ks in 5 innings, 5 or 6 innings. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The things that he was able to do yesterday. I know Casey Evans might be a little bit of a concern with the outing that he had in the fourth, but that's fine too. Casey Evans is going to be Casey Evans. He's going to be fine. The two pitchers that stood out to me the most, and I said this on the stream last night if you weren't joining us, Cooper Moore and Cooper Williams. the law firm, Cooper and Coop. They were absolutely astonishing. Now, I don't see both of them cracking the weekend rotation as far as the starters are concerned. But what I do see is one of them being there. Because we know Jay Johnson loves to leave one of his best arms in the pen. The fortunate thing that works with that too is we have a lot of best arms in the pen. Gavin Guidry came out on Friday night and was absolutely dominating. I get it, we're playing Milwaukee. But Milwaukee was a scrappy team. And because of how LSU's pitching staff, the approach to the mound that they had, taking, delivering strikes and pounding the zone, they were going to give up some hits. It was bound to happen. But when Gavin Guidry stepped on that mound, he shut them down. 5 Ks. I don't think he didn't have any walks. I don't think he had any hits. Shutout innings in two to get the win. It was elite. It was absolutely elite. So you see a kid like him come back, and this team is just gonna be. It's gonna be hard to stop. And I know D1 baseball put out their rankings today, and still had UCLA 1. And I don't understand how they did that. It's got to be the dumbest move ever. And I can sit up here and I can understand why some people are looking at, like, why are you questioning it? LSU's gonna be fine. It's
You know what?
because
You're spoiled. You're
yes, I'm
spoiled.
spoiled. This is the defending national championship team. They are the favorites to win it. So why are they not ranked number one? The only knock that people have against this LSU team is history. The fact that no team has repeated in almost 15 years or something, or 10 years. Who cares? History gets reset and rewritten every day. This team is now, and they are literally the best team that's playing right now. Pitching, fielding, and hitting. They didn't give up a lot of free passes on the bases. They were making sure that the bats were active and responding when they were. They pushed guys home when they were in scoring position. They were aggressive on the base pads. They were laying bunts down. They left the yard multiple times. Anything you wanted to see out of your team, you saw it this weekend. You saw it. So let's not sit up here and act as if this is a slouch of a team, because it's not. It's absolutely not. And when you think about where this team can be, Omaha is where it's going to finish because of all the potential. So why are they not number one? I don't know. But we're not going to worry about this ranking right now. It's literally the first ranking of the season. It all matters what the last ranking is anyway. So moving on from the baseball team, the women's team struggled. I'm not say struggled. They played a damn good game against South Carolina. South Carolina's just a better team overall. They have more shooting. They have the bigs. They are what we want our team to be. And you played them close. Just didn't get a couple things to go your way. You missed clutch free throws at the end. You got to take, when you're playing a team like that, you have to take advantage of every opportunity that you get. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. And we didn't. There were some adjustments within the lineups that were kind of questionable. But look, Kim Mulkey's a hell of a coach. And who am I to question the decisions that she makes? She forgets more about basketball than what I'll ever know. So I'm just a guy on the microphone with a camera on me, just giving you my perspective. But it is what it is. What I really want to talk about, though, is just like the overall vibe around the state, man. Like Mardi Gras is a special time of the year. Very, very special season because there's not too many places on the planet that can replicate this. It brings people together. It produces a feeling of community, right? All while, all while giving you a sense of tribalism too. And I say that because everybody, when they are going out to the parade, are searching for their spot. All right. So if you don't have your spot on the parade route, you're looking to try to get in where you fit in. If you have your spot on the parade route, you're making sure no one is fitting in around your spot. Like you want to make sure that you've staked your claim for your spot. But once the parade is set and it's rolling and everybody's kind of comfortable and they are where they are, they've accepted where they're going to be for the parade, then those defensive walls kind of start, like settling down and everybody just starts enjoying the party. People are sharing food, sharing drinks. You're out there catching throws. You're having fun, and it's an amazing time. And the city of New Orleans within itself is beautiful during this time, outside of the traffic, because Louisiana drivers are the worst drivers in the world already. And then you have streets closing, traffic being rerouted, and people already don't know where to go. So it makes it just 10 times worse. But the city of New Orleans is already beautiful during this time. Like, like Christmas season is like the time for New York City, right? Mardi Gras season is the time for New Orleans. And I know the people in Mobile, Alabama are going to feel some type of way because they did Mardi Gras first. Well, guess what? You did Mardi Gras first because you're a part of Louisiana Purchase. So you're still second. I don't care. And even since you did do it first, you still don't do it better than us. So sit down somewhere. Not too many people in the world wake up saying, I want to go to Mobile for Mardi Gras. That's just a fact. But the food, the scene, New Orleans itself, Bourbon Street, the French Quarters, are all made for Mardi Gras. And it embodies the unity within the state. It kicks off the year on the right foot for Mardi Gras, right? For Louisiana. And it's such an amazing thing to see and be a part of. I know, as a kid growing up, I didn't really appreciate it for what it was. It was just an opportunity to go out and have fun. Catch some beads, some cups. My thing was cups. I wanted as many cups as possible. Of course, you have signature throws at your parades. Muses has your shoes. Knicks used to be purses. Zulus, coconuts. And of course, you want to try to walk away with as many of those things as you can because it's a signature throw for those parades. But now as I've gotten older, it's more about what it represents and that unity within Louisiana. It's the perfect symbolism. And the fact that it starts at the start of the year should set a tone for us, but it generally doesn't. We have the party, we get through it, and then come Wednesday, everyone's going to put ashes on their foreheads, and then Fridays we're focused on, did I eat chicken? Can I eat chicken? Because of how Catholic the state of Louisiana is. But this weekend specifically, we got to see this unification kind of like peak itself. And I'm proud to say that I am an LSU fan. I'm also proud to say I'm from Louisiana because you got to see both of those things kind of collide in one on Saturday night. Lane Kiffin was the co-grand marshal for Endymion, which is to me the best parade during Mardi Gras season. It's my favorite parade. They have the biggest floats. They incorporate the most technology. Their throws are extravagant. There's a fanfare with their riders because they all have masks on, so you can't see who's really throwing you the stuff. Um, and I love all of that about it. It's fun. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to see. And the floats aren't just like designed great; they're also massive. I think they're the starters of like the double decker floats where you have two tiers of floats stacked on each other and then pulled, then two trains pulled by one tractor. It's ridiculous how big it is. And it also takes the longest to end. I mean, the parade starts at 4 o'clock and it doesn't make it into the dome until around 11. So you're not like the parade's not clearing the city until 1, and then they roll right into their ball, which it's just an all day part. I love how Endymion does it, and thanks to my guy Zombie Bob, I'm looking forward to riding in that. It's one of my bucket list things. So we have Lane Kiffin riding in this parade as a co-grand marshal on a giant tiger float with him and his family, some friends, some of the coaching staff from LSU too. And as they do for every Mardi Gras parade, they pass by Gallier Hall, where the mayor and their staff will attend, and they do a toast to the royal court and to the grand marshal. Well, this one was special because we have a newly elected mayor, Helena Moreno, and she offered or awarded Lane Kiffin the key to the city of New Orleans. Now, why is this important? Well, for two reasons. One, LSU plays, or the main campus for LSU, is in Baton Rouge. So here we are having a newly elected, freshly inaugurated mayor of the city of New Orleans, giving a key to the city of New Orleans to the head coach of the football program for the flagship school that is located in Baton Rouge. It's showing you that we're trying to unify the state. Area codes be damned. It doesn't matter. Yes, you may coach in Baton Rouge, but you still represent Louisiana, just like New Orleans represents Louisiana. The buy-in between the government officials in this school is at a level I have never seen before. And we were talking last night, myself and Daniel, and I don't remember any previous head coach participating in a Mardi Gras parade. And then not just any Mardi Gras parade, but the biggest parade. Once again, this is my personal opinion. But the biggest Mardi Gras parade in Endymion. Absolutely ridiculous. Excuse me. It's a beautiful thing to see. LSU's head coach embraced the city of New Orleans and the state of Louisiana for what it's worth in this parade by participating in it. And then he was excited about it because he said, I've never been to Mardi Gras before in my life. So imagine for a second, you've never been to Mardi Gras. You don't know what Mardi Gras is. And for all of those who may be watching at some point, there's no proper way to describe how to experience Mardi Gras without saying you just have to experience it. You just have to be here. And it's something I recommend everyone doing at least once in their life. Come. Come and see what it's about. And here he is for his first time. He's experiencing Mardi Gras, but he's experiencing Mardi Gras from the perspective of being in Mardi Gras, being honored. It's showing you that the state is embracing him just as much as he is embracing the state. The other reason why the mayor of the city acknowledging and awarding and honoring Lane Kiffin last night was important was because, what up, Pearsley? Thanks for jumping in the chat, man. The other reason why it's important is because Tulane, another Division I program, who actually made the college football playoff this past season, is in New Orleans. And Tulane is not known for its athletic prowess. They have some moments, especially in baseball. They've had some moments in football, but mainly they haven't had them for a while. This was probably their most significant season since the 90s. They've had some coaches come in and light a fire and reestablish a foundation and, try to put Tulane back on the map. But if the G5 programs weren't giving an automatic qualifier to the playoffs, they would not be involved. They would be left out. So Tulane got their colons kinked because Lane Kiffin got a key to the city before the head coach of Tulane did. Well, he should. Because the mayor of New Orleans not only gave the key to the city, the key of the city to Lane Kiffin, she also gave him a charge to go win a national championship. Because she also understands the expectations that is set before the head coach of LSU football team, or the LSU football team. And it's not just to win. It's to win it all. Tulane is expected to be okay, to be cute, make a little run, don't lose too bad. And if you get to the playoffs, that's a successful season. Tulane is a stepping stone. And I'm not here trying to trash Tulane. I'm not trying to do that at all. Because Tulane has produced some really good players and people. And I love Tulane for what it is. But when it comes to football, when it comes to all athletics, it comes in second to LSU. And that's just what it is. If you want to be a doctor, Tulane Medical School is where it's at. If you want to support a winner, you support LSU. It's just that simple. And nobody's trying to sow dissension between the two schools. If anything, we all want to support them. I'm from New Orleans. I want to see Tulane succeed. But at the same time, I also understand that Tulane cannot do the things that LSU can when it comes to playing football. On a football field, Tulane, you're not that guy. But that's okay. You will have your moment. But that's why it's important for us to understand that the mayor awarding a key to the city to the coach at LSU is a phenomenal thing and something that we've never seen before because like Princely said in the chat, it's just different. It's just absolutely different. We are seeing this state rally behind this coach and this culture be embraced by him. Mind you, Lane Kiffin is not from Louisiana. Lane Kiffin is not from the South. Lane Kiffin did not grow up how 90% of the state of Louisiana did, which is in poverty. He had his own type of struggles that he had to overcome, but he can't really relate to the things that we deal with down here. He didn't have to evacuate from hurricanes. He doesn't have to deal with limited education for his children. Doesn't have to deal with it. And I know when I bring that stuff up, most people are going to be like, well, see, your priorities aren't in order. At the end of the day, we go through life and we're told to go to school so we can get a good job, so we can be able to afford to pay our bills, so we can what? Be happy. I think the state of Louisiana is doing a damn good job at making people happy. And we can't overlook that. Do we struggle? Yes, but guess what? Everywhere there is struggle. So what do we do to escape from that struggle? We focus on the things that we love: food, family, and football. And you can replace the football for some people in Louisiana for fishing, hunting, boating. Just fill in the blank outside of skiing and dealing with things in snow because it's not cold down here. Except for 2025. So when you replace those things, then guess what? Louisiana's pretty solid because can't nobody outcook us. And damn it, you're barely beating us in football right now because now we got a coach that's bought in. And he's doing the things that no coach has done since Saban. He's not trying to force the state to meet him where he is. He's taking himself and meeting the state where the state is. He's finding out about the culture. He's investing himself into it. And he's turning he's taking in what he can, appreciating it for what it is, and he's showing it to the world on the highest stage. You think that LSU and Lane Kiffin being involved in Endymion isn't going to be talked around across the nation? They will. They're going to talk about that. But the difference is in them talking about it, they're not going to understand the significance of it. This is a pivotal moment for not just the program, but for us as a state. And I know whenever I go outside and I have on something related to purple and gold or those three letters, the reaction and responses that I get from people has been something I've never felt before. It is beautiful in this moment. And I hope that this is something that we can continue to elaborate and build upon and live with, because I want to see this state come together. I want to see us create a community that, regardless of what differences you may share, you can still find something in common and value one another for it. This is an amazing time for the state of Louisiana. And it's culminating in Mardi Gras right now. That's absolutely amazing within itself. You roll out of firing your coach into what was perceived to be a mess, into ending up with the hottest coach in the game, into getting the best portal class assembled ever in the history of college football, into Mardi Gras season. It's the most Louisiana thing done. It's the most Louisiana thing done. But we did it, and we are making it work. And now we're getting the most out of it. And tomorrow I'm gonna pop on here, even though it's Mardi Gras. I'm gonna pop on here tomorrow afternoon, like late, and I want to talk about this coaching staff that Lane Kiffin has, especially on the offensive side of the ball, because even those guys are going quietly unnoticed, and they shouldn't. Because I truly think we have the best coaching staff in the game. George McDonald is a weapon. The guy's name is not mentioned enough. Kevin Smith is an animal. And I think people just started to realize that this year with Keywan Lacey. James Craig and Eric Wolford manning the front line will be absolute nightmares for defenses. There's cohesion on this staff. There's unity on this staff. That unity starts at the top. We have it with the governor, have it with the president, the chancellor, the board, the AD, with the coach and his staff, and now you're seeing the fans unify around the state and around LSU too. The vibes are high, man. It's good. It's good to be in and from Louisiana right now. I absolutely love it right now. Never felt anything like it. I am so up on this football team that it's ridiculous. And we're going to get into some of the nitty gritty things later on, but it's Mardi Gras season. And I wanted to make sure I came on here and got a little stream out the way before the LSU game comes on tonight. I was supposed to do a stream with Blake tonight, but because the game got pushed back, that pushed our schedules back. So me and Blake talked, and Blake Ruffino of AYS will be on next Monday night with myself on right here on Timeouts and Tangents for about 30 minutes. So we're going to chill and kick it with Blake. We're going to talk all things Louisiana, all things LSU. We're going to get some real good insight as to where this baseball program is headed. Because, like I said to start the show, I really feel like this is the team to beat. I don't care. You have on campus 3 of the best coaches to ever do it. Now, Lane has to finish it off. He has to win one. And I think him being at LSU to get his first is extremely important. But between him, Jay Johnson, and Kim Mulkey, you got a Mount Rushmore of head coaches on one campus. That is elite. All 3 of them have different styles. All 3 of them have different approaches. All 3 of them have different egos. All 3 of them have the same goal and drive, though. And that's to win big. That's to win it all. And you have that on campus. 3 coaches, 1 campus, 1 goal. And that's to hoist trophies, drop banners, and put rings on fingers. And people are going to hate it. But to quote Lane Kiffin, let them. Because LSU is just different. I love what the staff and the administration has done. I love the development that we're seeing on these teams. And I hope to God that we can get the men's program together next. Because this is truly an everything school. I mean, you have a natty in gymnastics. You are already dominant in track and field. You got a natty in golf. It's just dumb. It's dumb how good LSU is at everything. So didn't want to keep y'all too long. Thank you for joining for this pop up surprise stream. I know it's Lundi Gras. You're getting loose, getting ready to stretch the legs out and hit the parade routes. Do me a favor. Please be safe. Please be safe. Fortunately, haven't had too many crazy events outside of riders just being ridiculous on floats with police of all people. So I hope and pray that all of you all enjoy today and tomorrow. I will be live again tomorrow, just for a little Mardi Gras touch up, just to check in, pop in on the last day of King Cake Day. Manny Randazzo's will be closed until November of 2026. So if you're a Manny Randazzo's fan, I suggest you go get in line right now because they're going to be packed tomorrow. And you don't want to miss out on any parades. So be safe. Be the difference that you want to see in the world. You know, Lane says it's just different. Why don't we be just different? Be nice, be kind. It's free. Hold the door open for someone. Smile. Say hello. Your smile can change a life. And I want to thank you all for being here with me today. So please like, share, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. The content is contenting. We got more stuff planned for you along the way. Like I said, I'm going to tap in with y'all tomorrow on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, myself, Paul, and David are going to be on here after the game to wrap up kind of what the first 5 games of the week were like and what we can expect going into the weekend. We'll do another post-game show Friday evening, and then we'll roll right into the weekend. The vibes are high. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. Can't wait to share all these moments with you guys as we're on this journey together. Thank you again. I'm AP. I'm your host. Follow me at AJP413 and follow the podcast at TNT_Podnola. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Just type in Timeouts and Tangents. Keeping it simple, baby. Y'all have a great day. Love y'all. Happy Lundi Gras. You boys out. Peace.